Good afternoon. I'm Jon Anslow, and I am here today with Brian Holt. We're missing Chris. He is off in Madison at a conference, but we'll get this done without him.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to fill in.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Brian Holt is the United Way Executive Director. We're going to talk all things United Way today and some exciting things they have going on. But before we get there, Brian, tell us a little bit about you. You're a Walworth County guy.
Sure, yeah, I'll give you my origin story here for how I came to the United Way. I started back in June, and it's honestly, it's been a dream job so far. I'm really enjoying doing it. I tell people it's kind of a Venn diagram with a lot of my interest areas, which is
a lot of things.
Which is perfect, yeah, but they all overlap. So, as you said, I grew up here. I lived in Sugar Creek area my whole life. Come from a farming family, the Holt family. We farm at a couple different farms in the area. I ended up going to high school and college in Milwaukee, but came back after I was done and started my own farming business. I raised calves for 11 years, and farming's pretty challenging. When things were still going well for me in that area, I wanted to do agricultural advocacy for other farmers. And I ended up running for the Walworth County Board of Supervisors.
Okay.
Position I've held since 2020, so I'm in my 5th year of being a county supervisor. In order to get more familiar with the area, I ended up joining 2 different service organizations. So we're both in the Elkhorn Rotary Club.
Yeah.
I finished my term as president of the Elkhorn Rotary Club this last July. And I'm also in the Lake Geneva JCs, where I've done 2 terms as vice president and sit on their board as well. So
are you looking to fill some free time, or you also have? I want to bring this up because you and I had the opportunity to be in the Nutcracker a few years back, probably 5-6 years now.
Oh,
and I found out that Brian has a, I guess, hidden talent, because I didn't know, but you're quite the dancer.
A dance background, yeah. So when I was here, I went to Studio One in Burlington 5 days a week for dance lessons from when I was 5 years old. For 18 years I was dancing.
And it showed. This guy can dance.
Yep. That's why I went to high school and college in Milwaukee. So I went to Pius High School on a dance scholarship.
Okay.
And was in that program for a while, and then I got certified as a ballroom dance teacher in college, and then came back to farming. So
there you go.
A life trajectory change there. But yeah, I don't get to dance enough these days, just on the occasional events and galas.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, sorry to get you off track.
No, that's an important history for my background.
I was impressed. I was like, whoa. Yeah, so involved in service organizations, Rotary and Lions.
Yep.
And then
farming not going so hot. Needed to find something else to do to pay the bills. Really loving my work for the county board, which is not really a volunteer position, but we don't make a lot of money on the board. For the amount of time you put in, it's a little bit out of balance there. And I was doing a lot of extras. It opens a lot of doors, being involved in the county's association, Land and Water. I'm a commissioner on Sewer PAC, which is the planning commission. And I found interest areas that I was really passionate about after joining becoming an elected official, but they weren't really paying the bills. So
did all this lead you to this United Way opportunity, or when did that kind of come to the forefront?
It did. So one of the great things about being part of our really good service organizations in the county is a lot of other nonprofit leaders are in those clubs. So I got to meet some really great people who are in charge of our network of nonprofits in the county. And they knew my work with the county as an advocate for their organizations before the job was available. And then when it was kind of a natural fit. I applied, I interviewed, and I was running a meeting 12 hours later. From my application and interview finished at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. By 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, I was helping at a partnership meeting. So
that's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing to get to work that fast. And you certainly have got to work. I know you put quite a board together in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's a real rebuilding period, and a lot of credit to my board. It's a working board, meaning that everybody, I'm the one employee right now in the county. and we get a lot of done, and it's definitely more work than one person can handle. So the volunteers that are there on the board do a tremendous amount of support and help and help us for who we are as an organization.
So in case people don't know, where is the United Way office located, or is the office a space where someone could stop in if they had a need, or should they contact you first?
Yeah, it's not really a public facing office right
Okay.
now. I'm in the office building at Chapel on the Hill on Highway 50 there on the way to Lake Geneva. Really nice office space, and they're great landlords. They treat us very well. And I work out of the office, but I try to spend a lot of the time out of the office as well. I'm visiting businesses, nonprofits, other organizations, and stuff like that. Our website is a great way to contact us for volunteer opportunities. If you're interested, we'll talk a little bit later about grants and stuff that we do.
Okay. So the website, we just look up United Way?
UnitedWayWalworth.org. Yeah.
All right.
But if you just Google United Way Walworth County, you'll find us pretty easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So what, United Way, you're the executive director. You really hit the ground running. You got a lot of things going, and there's some exciting things
coming up.
I guess tell us maybe about what were the first things you took care of after the board?
You got it. Find the unknown unknowns. That was the thing. So coming into an organization that has a long history in the county, but went through a lot of kind of turmoil and change in the last couple of years. How do we make sure we're on a solid footing and then get back to our mission and vision and moving forward? And to describe that easily there's three pillars. There's internal fundraising. So we raise money from Walworth County, from businesses and individuals, package that money into grants, and then distribute it out to the nonprofits. So we raise money and then give that money back to the community. The next one would be channeling state and federal grants. So nonprofits that necessarily don't have a large staff or need assistance with grants, we can help with that. Or we can apply for grants individually, do the monitoring and the reporting, et cetera, and then try to get those monies out to the nonprofit network as well.
Does all the money from United Way Walworth County stay in Walworth County?
It does. That is the intention. There are certainly some organizations that receive federal funding that are mandated to serve anyone that comes into the county. So there you could say maybe not directly, but for the vast majority, yes. Yep. I'm supporting nonprofits that are here located in the county, and we have an incredible network of nonprofits. So that third pillar is the coordinating pillar, which is, as an umbrella organization, I should be doing a needs assessment of the community and then also of the nonprofit network. Where do we need extra services? Who needs support? Where are there things that we could be doing better? And then hopefully putting together both funds and plans, strategic plans to help serve those areas. So that coordinating element is made very easy by the fact that we have 55 plus highly functioning, established nonprofits in Walworth County that are doing incredible work. So it was stepping into an organizing position where all of your pieces are working pretty well. So that's a great place to start.
I would imagine a lot of your days are made up of a lot of that follow-up and needs assessments of nonprofits.
Mm-hmm. Get involved.
Yeah,
that's the thing. There was, again, I mentioned that Venn diagram earlier. One of the really valuable things that happens in the county every couple of years is the community health assessment survey that's about to launch here, a pitch for public health, who are going to be making the announcement in a couple of weeks here. That surveys residents on what their main concerns are or needs are in the county, and then we use that to create a community health improvement plan, which is basically a group of involved individuals in the county coming together, everywhere from law enforcement to nonprofits to the hospital systems, just in what are things we can do to improve the lives of our citizens. So that was something I was involved with as a county supervisor. So now that I get to bring the nonprofit coordinating element to that, I feel really empowered to make even more change, because I can see what the government can do, and then I can see what the layer of nonprofits that kind of fill the gaps in services that aren't provided there, and then how to coordinate all of that is just, that's fun for me. That's what I like doing. So
I think a lot of people know or have heard of the United Way, and I think this is really good, and it's interesting because I don't know how many of us know what actually happens in the day of the life of a United Way executive director, or even United Way. We know that, United Way helps, and we know they give back to nonprofits, but I think the way you describe that makes a lot of sense, and you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
You're a busy guy with a lot of people to get a hold of and a lot of things to do. And so I guess two big questions for me is, if someone wanted to get involved or wanted to help the United Way, how do they get started, or where do they go for information or even to offer their help?
Sure. Depends on your level of involvement. If you're interested in making financial contributions to an organization that vets the nonprofits where the money goes, we're a great option for those donations. We're a 501c3 ourselves, so donations that come into the United Way get sent out through our grants out to other nonprofits. If it's volunteering opportunities, I get input from nonprofits who are looking for volunteers. So sometimes I can help coordinate that, although there are full-time volunteer coordinators that exist in organizations that are more equipped to find what I would call a day-to-day volunteer, somebody who wants to spend an afternoon helping. Okay. There's nonprofits that can help with that. If you're interested in a serious level involvement, we're always recruiting for our board. Okay. So it's a serious job. We're asking, depending on what committee you sit on, we have a committee structure. You're looking at least an hour a week. And when we're approaching one of our major events, or we have a grant out in the field, that work can ramp up. And it's sometimes two meetings a month. So it is a great opportunity. I say it's a little bit like the All-Star game for other social clubs or service organizations. I'm looking for people that have experience as treasurers or presidents or have been in service organizations for a while and understand the structure and what it means to be one of the movers and shakers in their organization.
So speaking of events, you have an event coming up.
Sure. Yep. So
let's plug that.
Yeah, we'll do the fun stuff first. So on April 26th at the Treasury in Delavan, we're having a spring formal. It's technically a fundraiser, but we're keeping the tickets affordable. It's $30 for an individual and $50 for a couple to come. There'll be a 50-50 and a couple other fun things to do at the event, but the main thrust is to have fun, network, meet people from over the county, and really do an introduction of the new United Way to Walworth County, just who we are, who we serve, the businesses that are supporting us, and just kind of like saying hello. It's our first annual of this event, and we hope to scale it up and keep getting bigger and improving every year. But this year, if you're interested in coming, it's a limited venue at the Treasury, beautiful place, but only 150 people. So tickets are going fast. And that's
how do I get tickets?
April 26th on the website. So unitedwaywalworth.org. There'll be a spring formal banner. You can scroll down and purchase tickets through there. And then for anyone who might have another event that day, if you come after 9 o'clock, just show up to the door and say you're interested in coming in for the party. $5 at the door will get you in just for the DJ and snacks and food and drinks until 11. So
that's a great idea. Someone else might have something else going on, but want to finish the night off, stopping over and seeing what's going on with the United Way. And
you got it.
You had a great name for that, the Crasher ticket.
Crasher
right?
tickets, yep.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
We again, the goal is to have people come and meet people and mingle and have fun and introduce us to the constituents, to the people, and then show the good work we're doing. Because on the other side of it, we just concluded a major grant, and we have another grant in the field right now. So important, if you're affiliated with a nonprofit, is that our CIC grant is in the field, which is our internal fundraising grant. We have $125,000. You can apply anywhere from $500 to $6,000 for your nonprofit if you're located in Walworth County. We encourage you to go to the same website, unitedwaywalworth.org. There's a section for CIC grants. There's a jot form in there. I believe it's only 9 questions, and then some. You got to show your credentials as a nonprofit, and then those will get evaluated, and we'll distribute all those funds this year.
Great.
Yep.
Well, thanks for all you do, and I know even beyond the United Way, I've had the pleasure to serve with you on Rotary, and all the things that you do, and all the service you do, and all the giving back that you've done over the years to the greater Elkhorn area, Walworth County area, and I'm sure beyond. There's probably things we don't know about, but you give a lot. You give a lot, and
thank you.
Yeah,
I'll say and your listeners know, if they're local, this is a wonderful place to live, a wonderful place to be, and it's these nonprofit organizations that do the lion's share of that service. I'm happy to be a cog in the machine that helps hopefully things run a little bit better and helps get some money to the people who are doing that service. But it's great, and again, I'm lucky to help coordinate such a great network of nonprofits.
Yeah, well, you do a great job at it, and we're fortunate to have you, and we're fortunate to have all you to do all the things that you do. And don't forget, April 26th, get those tickets at unitedwaywalworth.org, or go on there and get that Crasher ticket. So if you're somewhere else early, get there late, check it out, see what's going on, learn about the United Way, and socialize and have a good time with people.
I'll be there in a tux.
Oh, that's worth it. That's worth it. That's worth it. Anything else you want to, before we kind of wrap up here? We appreciate, all that you shared about United Way, your background and all you do. And
of course,
yeah, pleasure to be around, Brian.
Reach out anytime. I'm always available in my elected capacity, or as executive director, I'm easy to get a hold of. So
you're quick to change hats.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Well, on that note, we are going to wrap this up. So thank you guys. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate your time. And here we go.
Take care, everyone.